Love is forbidden and everyone's a mutant? Welcome to the Age of X-Men. And welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Brant, and this is another comic review talking Age of X-Men Alpha #1, written by Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler, with art by Ramon Rosales, excuse me. And this is spinning out of Uncanny X-Men 1 through 10 and kind of bringing about this whole new version of the world, kind of a la Age of Apocalypse, only where Age of Apocalypse was dark and just depressing and everything had gone wrong. This is supposedly where everything is bright and cheery and everything's gone right, but only in the eyes of Nate Gray, aka X-Man. So with this introductory issue, which basically serves as a primer for all the new series coming out, and they remind you of that constantly throughout the issue, where they'll say, okay, to see what Glob is thinking about, check out this book, and to see what's going on here, check out that book. And that's a theme throughout the entire issue. But in the issue itself, the writing was very stilted. The pacing was very slow. I'll say that. But some interesting things came up about it. There's a little girl that the X-Men find at the beginning of the issue, who is her powers. She's just come into her powers, and they're going haywire and causing all kinds of things because she's gone into a psychic seizure. And they find this girl, and her name is Luna. And my first thought is, Luna Maximoff? Okay, this is interesting. And she's gone to stay at the Summers Institute, which is basically the Xavier Institute under Summers' name. Cyclops and Wolverine, of course, are not there. There are several people that just aren't there. Some interesting things happen with two of the members of the X-Men, because love is apparently forbidden in this version of the world, where X-Man has made everybody on Earth a mutant, but they cannot be together. And if they're found out, the X-Tremists come and take them away or do something with them. I don't want to spoil things, but something does happen in regards to that, which I'll give you a spoiler warning at the end of this review and talk about that. The art is very basic. The colors are very flat. The art is simple. Simple lines, smooth features, things like that. Not a very exciting kind of art style for an X-Men book, but this particular book is very dialogue heavy. It's not so much exposition. There's a little bit of narration throughout it, but it's a lot of it's kind of peaceful banter. It's just kind of this almost slice of life kind of story for the most part, until you get towards the end of the book, where they're explaining the school to Luna, and they're talking about the beautiful day that they're having, that kind of stuff. Kurt's talking about having to go meet the Cuckoos for a film, because he's a movie star in this version, and different things like that. They kind of reminisce about some of the things in the past, and how Magneto is on the good side and Strife is dead and all the villains are gone, and all that kind of thing. So it's like this supposed to be this utopia, but when something goes awry, people's minds are kind of rewritten. Things are rewritten. Photos are made anew with characters that weren't there before, and things like that. So that's kind of what this is. It's I don't know. I wasn't totally invested into it. Again, those constant reminders that these stories are continued into in another series coming up kind of took me out of the story a lot every time it happened, and it happened like 5 times. Every time it happened, it took me out of it, and I had a hard time getting back into it. And then it was such a slow pacing that I don't know. I didn't really know what to expect from this, But if this was defining the world, this world is kind of boring. So hopefully when we do see those other series, the world around it starts getting a little bit more excited and more action-packed. So minor spoilers here. If you have not read Age of X-Men Alpha, go read that before you continue on with this review. So in this version, again, Cyclops is dead, but Jean is there. And apparently Jean and Bishop are having some kind of a relationship, some kind of tryst. And Bishop starts remembering things. And Bishop is always at the core of these kind of stories. And he's always one that remembers things. And he's like, something's off, something's not right. And he gets found out that he's having this relationship. So he gets sent away. And he's in the Prisoner X book. And now Jean's memories have been rewritten. And he's conveniently replaced on the team with someone else. So now you have this whole new dynamic. So every time something goes off, X-Man is rewriting it. And that's kind of what's happening in what I assume is going to be the main X book for the duration of this event, Age of X-Man. So interesting things going on, but I don't know. I need to see more. I need to see more from it. And this particular issue didn't really sell me on the impact that all these books are going to have, or how of any kind of excitement. It just kind of makes me like, okay, it was okay. You know what I mean? It didn't really blow me away, and now I'm not sure what I'm going to feel about these. But of course, every single book is going to be a different creative team, different direction. So it's going to be like, read the ones that you're interested in. And this didn't give me a whole lot to go on to tell me what I'm interested in. The X-Tremists thing I thought was interesting, just because they're the ones that came and took Bishop away. What is their role? They're obviously they're X-Man's, Nate Gray's police force to enforce all these rules and kind of rewrite reality and send these people away. So it looks like Bishop's been taken off the field, but we'll see what happens in Prisoner X, I guess. So I don't know, if you like primer books like this, then it'll be right up your alley. But again, it doesn't give you a whole lot of incentive to go pick up the other books, unless you're into that kind of storytelling, which I guess I wasn't the right audience for that. That said, some of the premises of those books coming out do sound interesting, and I probably will check out a few of them. But as for this one, it could have been stronger, in my opinion, but some interesting things happen. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on Age of X-Man Alpha in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe notification bell so you get updates on new content going up to this channel whenever it does. And of course, you can follow me at Brant Fowler on Facebook and Twitter, at Last Number Press on Instagram. And until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.